So how to parallel park a car. Very, very straightforward. Car's in front of you, you pull up next to it, you reverse back roughly to where we are now, maybe a little bit closer. When you finish, you need to keep the car straight, keep the steering wheel straight, wheels themselves need to be straight, and you need to be a reasonable distance to the curb. Okay, so how do we do it? Really straightforward. Get the car into gear, observations, checking round, and then if you look what I'm doing with the steering, okay, so look, I roll out the steering to come this way. When I want to get the car straightened up, I roll it back, aim it straight. When I'm straight, I straighten it up, pull up next to the car, doesn't really matter where as long as you're alongside. Check round, get the car into reverse, full check, including looking backwards. When I go backwards, I just do what I did when I went forwards. So I start coming back, I start rolling the steering in, I'm checking around as I do it, and then once I've got the car tucked in a little bit, I'll start rolling the steering back in the other direction, whilst checking around, a little bit of adjustment to get me closer to the curb, and then once I get to straight ahead, straighten the wheel up and stop. Park the car, done. It really is as simple as that. So remember, you roll the steering in each direction. May sound very simple, but that is how you do it. You don't need to look at the steering wheel, get to 1 o'clock, put half the mirror across a number plate or anything else. You do what you do when you go forwards. When you drive forwards from this position to pull up next to the car, you do the same steering manoeuvre that you need to do when you go backwards, okay? And just make sure when you get the car straight, you actually straighten your steering up, because most people's mistake is that they get the car straight when they're going backwards, but they don't take the lock off. They leave the lock on and then the car starts going in a direction they didn't expect it to. Whereas when you're going straight, you always put the car straight. It's just the way you do it. You put the steering straight once you get the car straight. So, very simple, very easy. Just make sure, watch this video. Don't start getting into a muddle with, as I say, other strange ways of doing it with reference points. Just try and practice it this way, get used to it, and you'll find it so much easier because you'll be able to do the park anywhere you like.